How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Pixelated Pat, and I welcome you back to another episode of our Pokemon Gaia Nuzlocke. Today's mission is as plain and simple as it gets. Hit the gym, get the badge. No clue what step 3 is, but I know that step 4 is profit. Anyways, references to old memes aside, I was super pumped going into this gym. I was nervous going into it because I wasn't sure how my team was going to stack up against fire types due to not having a solid answer outside of a Azumarill, so I definitely was intrigued by the possibilities this upcoming match presented me with. Especially because I knew that outside of the first gym trainer, I wasn't going to be able to just breeze through all of them with the Azumarill. Especially now that he's within one level of the cap, it just wasn't worth the risk of accidentally over-leveling him and not being able to use him against the gym leader. I don't even want to think about how much that would cripple my team, and I would probably get wiped, to be honest. Luckily, I was able to find an answer for fire types when I found the TM for Rock Tomb, which I added to Magna to bolster her already great moveset. Which we are about to see here. As I'm sure you probably noticed when I switched Magna into the lead position, I was definitely excited getting the opportunity to send her out and get some screen time because I felt like we haven't had the chance to see her all that much. I feel like I'm always super careful with my starters and Nuzlockes because I only ever try to use them when it feels absolutely necessary to get through a tough battle. But this was a scenario where I felt more than comfortable having her out a little bit more. After all, we gotta show the fire type gym leader who the best fire type Pokemon in the gym is. Anyways, I'm really enjoying the gimmick of this gym. The first gym's gimmick was very similar to the Lost Cave of the Sevi Islands, while the second gym was more of a musical tile puzzle. However, this gym is straightforward and to the point, battle to progress, just the way I like it. And another thing I'm really enjoying are the ice spaces in between battles. I can't imagine how many hours of testing went into the placement of the ice blocks, because after I created a pixel art map featuring an ice maze myself, I realized just how much thought has to be put into proper placement of the ice blocks to avoid a soft lock, because that is the #1 fear I have while playing any ROM hack. And I actually have a pretty interesting story that warrants that worry, and it dates back to my early teen years when I first started getting into ROM hacks. I was lucky enough to be an early beta tester for Region Adventures, and in testing I managed to find a small script oversight which halted progression of the story script. And while it's not the only ROM hack that I accidentally softlocked among the many ROM hacks I was playing at that time, it's definitely the most memorable one, especially with how legendary Region Adventures would go on to be as one of the ROM hacks copyright claimed by Nintendo. And while I kinda wish that I kept playing ROM hacks consistently throughout the years, I couldn't be happier that I got back into them with a fresh set of eyes. I was also blown away when I discovered just how far ROM hack developers were able to take the craft, and this game has been a perfect example of that. Anyways, without further ado, it is time for our battle with the Windmist City gym leader Nina, a fire type gym leader who I am convinced is Flannery's hot cousin. Anyways, now that I got the jokes out of the way, you'll notice that she is leading with Pignite, which is why I led with Shayera, because I knew that I was going to need a flying type attack in order to get some serious damage on this Pignite before it could do serious damage to my team. And we're able to waste a super potion in the process, so that is always a win. Anyways, I decided to go with Roost right there because I wanted to see how much damage Pignite would do in Blaze. And the gamble pays off because we have just enough health to get one more attack off before we have to switch out, and that's one Pokemon down. But here's where things get a little bit hairy because I did not know that this Magmar had Thunder Punch, and I switched right into a Azumarill. I'm just lucky that I didn't get critted right there, but I have to switch out immediately because that is a huge threat. And I knew it was going to be a huge gamble due to the fact that Magmar got 2 hits on Monferno before she even got 1 off, but luckily Rock Tomb did enough damage for a Mach Punch to take it home. Thank God for priority and stab. Which brings us to her ace, Camerupt, and after a little bit of deliberation, I decided to bring out Riz, and I was just lucky that I didn't bring out Aves right there because I would have lost it to that Rock Slide. Luckily, I was able to keep my cool and hit that Aqua Tail to get the 3rd knockout of the match, which leaves us with 1 Pokemon. Luckily for me, instead of attacking, Heatmor decided to use Hone Claws, which essentially gives us the match because we're able to use Aqua Tail to knock it out and bring it home. And I do believe that we can count this as another awesome moment in the growing legend of Riz, the huge power Azumarill. And now that we got that awesome battle out of the way, it looks like our reward, other than the badge, is the TM for Flame Charge. I'm definitely going to consider putting it on Monferno because I really like the thought of adding more speed to this already awesome Pokemon. I feel like that would definitely be deadly on the battlefield. One thing's for sure, I'm definitely enjoying how the team is progressing so far because I feel like this team is definitely starting to come together. And without a doubt, watching a team come together like that is always going to be one of my favorite parts of a Nuzlocke. After all, you get to be a part of it the whole way through and see all of it come together. Anyways, we are just about making it to the end of this episode, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Every bit of support goes a long way, and I couldn't appreciate all of you more who've been taking the time out of your day to embark on this journey with me. The support that you guys show me means the world, and I'm excited every day that we get to be on this journey together. Thank you all again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Pixelated Pat, out.